Hey guys, this is a video on the snatch balance, a technical analysis and how to use it in training and what to look when you're performing it as an athlete and as a coach. So let's start with the beginning. For me, the purpose of the snatch balance is to create confidence and strength and capacity in the snatch receiving position. That is the main thing. Why is that important? A lot of people consider this a speed exercise, and to some degree it is, but there's a common use and misconception that is that this movement is used to generate speed, and people really think about it like generate this speed to go to the bottom of the squat. Like that's how most people would approach it. That's how a lot of trainers think about it, and I think that's very counterintuitive. Like they would tell the athlete, "Hey, go as fast as you can to the bottom of your squat," and that's what people think they're training. And so when they do that, they're missing a little bit the point, and then the exercise is not as effective. So with that in mind, thinking about the purpose as a strengthening of the receiving position, I want you to go through some video of Max Lang, and like we'll analyze this idea and everything. So on the right here, you'll have Max Lang, who is a German Olympic weightlifter, super good weightlifter, and his characteristic as a lifter is that he's very technical. His movement is very clean for all the movements, both the clean and jerk and the snatch, as well as all the accessory lifts, right? Like snatch, balances, squats, and so on. So if you ever want to look at good movement, just spend enough time in his Instagram account. So I want to show you his lift here, and he's doing 2 snatch balances at 170 kilos, which is 330 pounds. And let's go just and watch. I'm gonna let you watch the double here, regular speed, and then we'll analyze a little bit. So let's play it for a second. Wait, sorry about that. There he is. Impressive, very impressive, super good mechanics. Let him drop that bar. There you go. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna play it again, and what I want you to notice right now is you'll see that the initial part of the snatch balance, when he catches, is very, very fast, but then after a point, after he catches, the squat is a slow squat. It's not a fast squat. He's not trying to go all the way down. Just watch it, right? So and I want you to pay attention to another thing. Listen, and well, we'll go there in a second. So just watch that first rep. Good. So as you see there, that first part, the catch is fast, and then he rides it slower. And in the second rep, pay attention to the sound of his feet and his arms extending, and you'll see that those two happen pretty much at the same time, right? Like, so let's play it one more time. Boom, right? And so catches, and then he just rides the squat, right? Like you see how low he can go. He can go really low, but he's not trying to go as fast as he can to the bottom of the squat, right? And so that is important because if you look at this, let me show you one thing. So you see that this blue line here at the top, this blue line is marking the peak of height of the barbell. So you'll see that when he throws that barbell up, I'm gonna play it very, very slow. He braces very good. See a good lift there. Minimal dip, throws it up, and that is the apex of the parabola. That is as high as that bar will ever go, and that's where he catches. We know that that's where he catches because that's when his arms are straight, and if you could see it and hear it, the feet are on the ground. So look at how high he's catching, and it's not because he's doing anything wrong. It's just because with any Olympic lift, being the jerk or the snatch, whenever like you're throwing, or even the clean, when you're throwing that bar up, you have to catch at the apex of the parabola. If you don't, is when you'll see that people get banged on the clean, or the jerk just crashes them, or anything, right? And so he has to catch here, and this is the moment of the lift that is fast, from the throw to the catch, right? Like that's the speed. And from then on, once he has caught that, he just right the squat, right? And so that is fundamental, because that changes the whole objective for you as a lifter when you're performing this. Your problem is not to go super fast, as low as you can, with speed. Your objective is to have to throw that bar minimally, right? Like he's not throwing it very hard, and go into your receiving position very aggressively, right? Like you wanna be going to your receiving position so that the arms are straight and the feet are landing almost at the same time. That's why it's important that I was asking you to listen to the sound. So let's look at it now. Again, this second rep with that in mind. Boom, right? And so that's what matters, and that's the only moment in which speeds matter. And actually, in my experience, for athletes, thinking about speed there is not as important as thinking about like, hey, I'm here and all I'm going to do now is receive here, right? Like, so I'm just switching positions. I throw, and my arms are extended, my legs are in a good position. That's it. I'm stable and I'm pushing, right? Like, it's not all going fast down. That just derails you. And why would that unfocus you, and why could that be counterproductive? Because if you imagine that he was trying to go as fast as he could to the bottom, he will be throwing this bar high, and he will go really fast down. He can go faster than that bar to the bottom, and the bar will have, look how low is his squat. The bar will have all this time to accelerate. He's not connected to that bar. He's going faster and lower than that bar, and that bar will crush him at the bottom, right there. Once he's crushed, it's gonna feel first very scary, and then he's gonna miss the lift. And so you're not gonna be building strength to catch. You're not gonna be building confidence. Quite the opposite. You're gonna be building fear, and you're not gonna be able to catch, right? Like, and so no strength, no confidence, no nothing. And so that's also why a lot of people will consider crazy that you can snatch balance more than your snatch, and actually is like the most natural thing, and you should be able, like, if you're an Olympic weightlifter and you have snatched for like 1 or 2 years, your snatch balance should be heavier than your heavy snatch without too much trouble, right? Like, it's a much more less technical movement. It's a very controlled movement. It's just a matter of getting used to it. So I like to see my athletes with like a 110% to a 120% snatch balance over snatch. That's my personal preference. There's people out there that don't agree with me, but you know, like, whatever. That's like everything else. So yeah, so that is it. I hope this makes sense for the snatch balance. And let me summarize so that you can think about it as an athlete. What are you trying to do? So I like to follow Greg. A part of Greg Everett's recommendation here is like, if you're performing a snatch balance, just all you need to do is throw that bar minimally, and then what I want you to think is receiving position. How good is that receiving position, right? Like, if you throw it and then you go right into your receiving position and you're just changing out the position A, position B, speed is not a part of the equation, and you're actually going to be a lot faster. But that receiving position needs to be solid, right? Like, arms has to be popped, landing feet has to be in the right position to finish the squat. That is the main thing, and you have to be there to catch that bar where that bar is weightless, and create a lot of tension so that the barbell and your body become a movement, and you can finish that squat with balance and control, which at the end is what matters. And so yeah, and you know, like, one of the things, let's finish observing here Mr. Lang, just because if you look at his squat, you'll see a very good overhead squat, right? Like, so you'll see that it's a super vertical squat. The barbell basically never moves again, and everything is in the right place, and he has the best knee sleeves out there in the market, the hook grip ones. So yeah, I mean, that is it. Okay, that is it, guys. I hope this video is useful to you, and yeah, let me know what do you think in the comments. Awkward finish.